And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a little different because this isn't a league race. Instead, I'm going to be showing you something I've been working on behind the scenes. Project Steelfire. If you don't know what it is, Project Steelfire lets you add live scoring, ticker overlays, and widgets to add in your own races. I put a lot of effort into this, and that should show in the next coming versions. But right now, version 0.9.7 just released. So in this video, I'll show you how to install it, how to use it, and answer some of the most common questions. Let's get right into it. All right, first step is you want to join the Steel Horse Discord server, and you want to go over to the releases channel. Then you want to click on the Buy Me a Coffee link, and then it should take you to here. All you want to do is click a 0, unless you want to give Steel Horse money and support them. But you want to click Add to Cart. And then you will want to type in your name and email so you can create an account, of course. And then you can, of course, download the overlay. I already have it downloaded, so I'm going to extract it with 7-zip. I recommend WinRAR or 7-zip just to extract it. And then you want to click into it. Maybe read the README if you want. But this just shows, you know, a bunch of things of how the ticker works, how all the things work, and yeah, that's my name. But if you guys ever get stuck and I don't cover something in this video, this is probably the place to go. But if you guys do have any bugs for anything that happens with this version, please go into the Steel Horse Discord server and go to the bug reports channel. We definitely need feedback. So, and it's very early version. So what you want to do now is you want to left click on the Project Steelfire overlays. You want to click yes, and then it'll show up here. You want to choose the install location. I'm going to keep it as default. I'm going to click install. It's going to say, do you want to delete your personal settings? This is only if you have the previous version. All this means is basically you're going to uninstall the previous version and you're going to install the new version. So make sure to back up if most of your series settings and series logos, all that, it might get wiped. I'm not sure. So after clicking yes, it should install here as it is installing right now. All right, now it's finished. You want to click finish. You don't have to run it, but I'm going to run it here. And I'm going to click yes again. And then here we go, Project Steelfire overlays. And then what you want to do is, first off, you want to go to the NR 2003 installation. You want to click browse, and then you want to go to NASCAR Racing 2003 season, or wherever your directory is. And you want to click on whatever exe you're using. I'm just going to click on the regular one, which is enter2003.exe. And then click your player profile, which is required. And if you have more player files, you can click onto that. And then, important step here is you want to click the right series just to test it. I'm going to just keep it on the NR2003 default for this video. And then you don't have to mess around with anything else. But you can also add more series later. I'll show you guys how to do that. But right now, we're going to show you guys how to set up the Flo-Racing and the ESPN ticker, as well with some little quirks with the Fox ticker. All right, so first off, you want to click into this layout editor. So just click open editor, and it should pop into here. I'm going to hide most of this stuff since I really don't need it. If you want a vertical ticker, you can click this right here, and then you have two options between the default ticker right here. I'll size it up so you can see it a little better, and then the Fox 2022, which I helped make. The main changelogs for this update, or this version, is that they added a Flo-Racing ticker and a ESPN 2010 ticker. So I will show you guys how to enable it. So click on the horizontal ticker because they are both horizontal tickers. And then you want to click on the skin, of course. This is the original, which is classified as the scrolling ticker. You can also click on the CW one if you want to use CW. But here's the new ones right here. It is the Flo-Racing ticker. You can see it right here. And then also the ESPN 2010 ticker. that was just released. So right now we're going to test both of them. Let's start with the Flo-Racing ticker, and I will show you guys how to set it up. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to size this down a bit until wherever you want it on your screen. You'll probably have to do a little bit of, tinkering around with this because everybody's screen size is different. But if you want a custom race name, you can type it in here. I'm going to do a test race. So that's going to be the race name. And then you can click save. Big note, right here where it says refresh rate, you can control how fast or how slow the ticker does end up update. So ultra is probably going to be the highest and very low is going to be the lowest. So ultra is probably going to update very fast and very low is probably going to be once a lap or every 2 laps. This depends on how good your system is and how powerful it is. Another thing is, if you do not have a integrated graphics card, please do click disable hardware acceleration. It should help. If it doesn't, then you can uncheck it, but it should help. It should help if you don't have an integrated graphics card. So for me, I do have a graphics card. So I'm going to keep this unchecked. Okay, so if this launch NR 2003 button was gray, you might want to go back to browse and then click on the NR 2003 installation again. And then all you want to do is click launch NR 2003 and then it will launch here. And then once you are in, you can go to a single race or a test session if you want. And I am going to go to a random track. I don't really know. I'm going to go to Bristol. And then I'm going to click continue. Okay, so once you are in, if it does not show up for the Flo-Racing ticker right away, it is fine, it is working as normal. Another thing is do not simulate the sessions, instead just skip ahead. So you can probably skip to the command, but do not skip anything past that, I would say. So right here, right, we're about to get the command, do not sim any farther or else it will break the ticker. So one thing I did end up forgetting to say is if you do want it into OBS so you can record it, all you want to do is go to this plus icon, go to window capture, click OK, and then click on the Project Steelfire overlays right here. It should show up right here. And then whenever it's visible, it should show up. So I don't need that since I already have a display capture. So we will continue on this tutorial. Okay, pace car pulls off. And then once we get the green flag, it should appear on our screen. It might be a little oversized, but no, it's not. It's perfect. And here is our ticker right now. Everybody's wrecking. Oh no! Oh no! We already have a wreck on lap 1. We might need a new example for this one. Okay, take number 2. We're going to Atlanta. Hopefully they don't wreck on lap 1 so I can showcase this ticker. But yeah, big thing is you guys do not want to simulate the things or else it will interfere with it, have some bugs with it. So all you want to do is just click drive and then retire if you only want to watch it. But if you're racing, you should be fine just to click drive. Anyways, we are green flag, and here we go. You can see the ticker did end up pulling up as Matt Kenseth takes the lead. Here comes Marco Martin for second. Mark Martin gets to the lead. And you can see the ticker is scrolling. Probably not as fast as, the Fox ticker. But, it is still pretty darn good. I might be doing something wrong. I don't know. But, I'm going to show off this ticker for a couple laps. But anyways, that's that ticker. So, yeah, woohoo. All right, now let's go over to, we're gonna get out of here. We are going to go back to our editor, and we are going to change it to ESPN 2010. I'm just gonna size it down a bit. I don't know how it's gonna fit my screen because I haven't, done it. One thing I did not touch on is the stage racing feature, which you can use. So, you do have to have better cautions. So, I will just search up for my better cautions here, and here it is. This is my better cautions. Once you give it your better cautions location, just click launch better cautions. You must be in NR 2003 though for it to work. As you can see, it is open now. Okay, now it should say armed stage racing is active for the session. You can click as many stages as you want. I'm just going to do 2. And stage 1 should end. For me, I'm just going to have it at 50%. Throw caution for stage end. I'm going to enable green, white checkers, race back, disable collisions, send lap cars to the back, and monitor double file racing. So what this will do is it will control this. So basically it'll auto check green, white checkers after lap 3, but right now it will check these right now, and then we can go into NR. Okay, we're here in Atlanta. For some reason it would not check or like show. To fix that, all you want to do is just go back here to the layout editor, just click this and then click save. Should fix itself. But now you can see the ticker. We are pacing and we are going green flag. So we are green flag from Atlanta. All right, after lap 1, it will start live updating. So Kurt Busch is your leader. Here comes Michael Waltrip here for second. You will be able to see on the screen whenever we get a lead change, it will say it up here where it says a Busch. So here comes Michael Waltrip. You'll be able to see it here in a second. If you can pass him. There comes Michael Waltrip now. It should update right there. Waltrip is your leader in the number 15. Side by side. And you know what? Let's just throw the caution. Caution's out. We are racing back to the line. And then it is lap number 4. So if I do pull up my display here, it did check all of these for my better cautions. So that's the quick rundown of the ESPN ticker. I don't really have much stuff set up for the original mod. So let's get into how you can create your own series and use it for your own car sets and that, etc. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go here to Project Steelfire Overlays. You want to click on the Data folder, and then you want to go to the Series folder. You want to copy one of these. I'm going to copy the 2004, and I'm just going to copy paste it. Name it to whatever you want. I'm just going to call it Test, and then you can click into this. One thing you do want to do is if you do have a custom logo, you can change it for any logo you want. So for example, I'm going to change it to Gascar. All right, for example, I'm going to take the MCB Designs Truck Series logo. What you want to do is you want to right click on this, click on the rename, click Control A to select all of it, and click Control C to copy it. You can delete this and then right click on this, rename, and hit Control V, or actually Control A, then Control V, and then it is your now series logo. You can also go into the series info.ini here, and you can change the series name to whatever your series name is instead of the NASCAR Nextel Cup series. So instead, I'm just going to have it as Gascar MCV Trucks. So then you want to click save. And then what you want to do is you want to go to your numbers. These can be any size you want. So I'm just going to go from our old ticker of Gascar for the truck series. Okay, so I have now put the Gascar number cards into the ticker or the file. Make sure it is a PNG. It does not matter how big the image is. It just matters if it's a PNG, and also you need to make it the driver number before the .png. So for example, 0.png, 1.png, 2 or 3.png, 4, 6, etc. So if you want to make number cards for a specific car, you have to have the name. It does not matter about the image. It just has to be the name. That's for that. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to go here to the sponsors. I don't think this really matters. I'm just going to go and copy it from our series logo. And it's not like the Fox ticker where you have to, do the pylon for the top. It's just a, ESPN ticker. So there's no really like sponsors on it. So I'm just going to place it with that if that does anything. So once you're done with that, it should be good. Another thing you can do is you can go into the ticker directories. So if you want to, change this yellow flag to a purple flag, you can. Just make sure it has yellow.png. And then these are the bases of the tickers. You can change this also for your league if you want. So instead of it saying NASCAR on ESPN, it can say Gascar on ESPN. So you can do the same thing for Flow. You can change the flags. It also does come with a PSD for this one. And you can mess with the sponsors here, which I will get into for the Fox ticker side. And I will also do it for the Flow as well because it's a new ticker. But you can mess with all the images for the tickers in here. And let's go try out our new ESPN ticker or our series for the Gascar truck series. Okay, so of course, once you get in here, you want to click on the series drop down and you want to click on the test, and then you should be good to launch NR 2003. One thing you want to do is make sure the numbers in here do match the number cards. So for example, it says the 1 here. I'm going to go to our number cards here. It is the 1.png. So make sure this matches that if you want it to be on this car. So it doesn't matter what the image looks like, it just has to have the name. Okay, so we're going to be going green here from Dover. And we're going to have a 20-lap race here at Dover. Green flag racing here from Dover. And then you should see the ticker cards are showing up, and it says here the 29 of Doc Fox is the leader, and then it will start live updating after lap number 1, or at least for me it will. So coming out of 4, Doc Fox is still your leader, and then it is starting to live update now. So these guys are 3 wide in the back here. Nobody's catching up to them, but you can see the number cards are working. You can see the series logo is working, and if you really wanted to, you can change the NASCAR and ESPN logo to something else of your desires. And also you can change this little divider, the white divider, for the positions if you want to. There's so many things that you can do with this, but it is crazy what these guys have done for NR 2003, and I'm loving being a part of it. Well, here comes miles per hour on Doc Fox. You can see it does change to the number 0 after he literally just passed him. The second he passed him, but here comes this entire pack. Doc is going to lose 2 positions. As this number 0 is gone. Anyways, miles per hour is your leader. Coming to the white flag, it will update to the white flag now. They're 3 wide back here. Final lap on the ticker. And he's leading. There's a big battle here for second. Everybody's battling. But here comes miles per hour coming into turn 3 and into 4. Checkered flag is waving. Miles per hour wins at Dover. And then it will show the results here in a second. You can see the intervals did stop after they did cross the line. Wait for it to scroll back on after 31st or 30th. I'm not sure which one it is. But here we go. Race winner is miles per hour. As they pull into pit road, you can see per hour is first. And it also does say race winner is the number 0, and then it will show the results on the screen. So yeah, but now the big thing is the Fox 2022, released in the previous version, made by me, by the way. Yeah, totally. I made this, guys. I made this. So, anyways, if you want to change the sponsors, I've had a lot of people wondering, how do you change the sponsors? You want to click on this PSD, and then it'll open up whatever. If you use Photoshop, you can use Photoshop, but if you want to use Photopea or another software, you can. But you can go into here, change all of this. I already have a couple of sponsors in here, right here for the Fox 22. So what you want to do is you want to make sure the name of these is sponsor whatever number it is. So I'm just going to delete these for now. So click yes, and I'm going to copy paste these. So sponsor 01 is the Cup Series logo, sponsor 02 is the Gascar logo, and sponsor 03 is the Orange Fin logo. And you can see this one, the MCV logo, is not named any of the sponsor logos, so it will not show up onto the sponsor thing. So I will now demonstrate the Fox ticker. One thing I forgot to notice is if you change the series logo, it will also change this logo here in the top left of the Flo-Racing. So keep that in mind. And then if you go back into here to the images and go to Flow, this sponsor right here will go to right here. So as you can see, it is the old sponsors. So what you want to do, Project Steelfires, and you want to reopen the overlays. And if that doesn't fix it like it did, you might have to delete it from your trash bin or reopen it or restart your PC. I don't even know what. Here, I'm gonna try something. So I copied these back into here. So now you have to recycle them, and then you can reopen them. You might not have to do all this, but I'm just gonna have precautions to this. And then it will show up with your correct sponsors here, and it has the live updating practice. Okay, so I did add stages. I did show you guys how to do that earlier, but I did add stages, and here we go. We're pacing here for the Fox ticker. One thing I will like to say is we are not just releasing horizontal tickers, we are also releasing a bunch of vertical tickers, and a bunch of them all around. I'll put screenshots of what I'm making and what will be released in the next version. Maybe not all of them in the next version, but that's what's complete as of right now. Going to, if you guys want updates for what I'm making, go into the Steel Horse Discord server and click on the ticker preview. And we are green here for this. One bug that does happen is it does show the full names, but then after the first lap it will go away, as you did see it right there. Hopefully that'll get fixed. But anyways, you can see it is live updating. The stage 1 is updating. The stages are updating, so it is now 8 laps to go into the stage. It will end on lap number 10, and we will show the demonstration of the stages working. But I really like this ticker. I think it really fits well for Gascar at least. But just wait until the new tickers come out, baby. Those are gonna be nice. So we're gonna skip until we get to the end of the stage, and we will show you how that goes. Anyways, coming to 2 laps to go in stage number 1. Ed Carlworth is your leader with James Olliam in second. Here comes James Dokes. One thing I really do like about this ticker is the animations of when the positions change. I think that's just a really good feature. But anyways, we're coming to the white flag for stage number 1. Ed Carlworth is your leader, and the white flag will show for Ed Carlworth for stage number 1. And then we do have racebacks enabled, so it has the caution thrown right now, I believe, but they won't race. They will race back. So Ed Carlworth will get the stage win right here, and then they will throw the caution automatically without the use of auto stages or anything like that. So Ed Carlworth is your stage winner. You can see the flag is kind of low quality, but it does show the green and white checkered, and the caution is out on lap number 11. Another thing I said is after it gets past halfway, it will show the laps to go. And then this is the final stage, so it does get rid of the stages, and it just says hi. So, and we are going to be going green. One thing is that you can see the sponsors that are rotating. I believe you can change how often they can change. If not, that you should add that. Anyways, going green here for stage number 2. We're green. The only real main hassle about this ticker is just how, like, you get it started, at least, or, like, you know, getting in the race, because there's still a lot of bugs with it. But I think it's still a really good starting point for something that could be even better, as they're wrecking already. Hard to the inside wall. James Olliam cautions out. We got more trouble. Oh, Ed Carlworth. Hard into the wall. Cautions back out. Another thing is, if you DNF a driver, so for example, I'm going to DQ you, number 7, I'm sorry. So I'm just going to DQ you. You can see it as soon as it DQ, or as soon as he gets DQ'd. You can see it on the ticker right there. It said DQ. Also, if a driver retires on its own, it will also say the reason. So, for example, if a blown engine happens, it'll say engine on the side. But you can see Parsley, it says the number 7, is DQ'd. And, yeah. Anyways, going green for, like, the 3rd time. We are back green racing. Three laps to go. Coming to 2. Coming to 2 laps to go now. Pits are closed. 3 wide back here. They're going crazy. Anyways, 2 to go. And there's still 3 wide here at Dover. Coming to the white flag. Can Billy Bobby Jr. win? Please, Billy. But anyways, coming to the white flag here in our little test session. Jimmy West has the control of the lead here. White flag waving one more time around. It'll say final lap on the ticker. They're battling real hard back here. But anyways, back to the leader here. coming into turn 3 and into 4. Can barely do anything. He's gonna try to get there. He's gonna get to the bottom and will not get there. Jimmy West wins, and you can see the results on the screen now. It says results. I believe that's a new thing. You should just say checkered. But now it says results, and these are the results on the screen. Pretty cool. One thing I didn't really touch on is that the main driving UIs, like the dashboard, the input, the relative, the track map, the delta bar, the battle box, the radar, the pit road speed, all that stuff. But I will showcase that right now for a little bit. One thing is, if you don't see the overlays, just click reopen, and then it should open like that. This is too many overlays, so I can't put it on one. But anyways, you can just see how it's live updating right now. I know I have them in like bad places right now, but I could probably adjust it, but I don't feel like it right now. I don't feel like making a whole preset for this right now. But it is live updating with my controller right now. If you do have a wheel, you can either combine it or you can assign it, or if you have a wheel, you can bind it to the GUIs for this little wheel icon in the on the whatever it's called, the I don't know, the thing next to the dashboard, the telemetry. I don't know. But yeah, that's that. If you guys do have any problems with the ticker, make sure to go here in the Steel Horse server and go into the bug reports, or if you need help with anything, go into the general discussion. Should be able to help with almost everything. Yeah, if you have questions about the ticker, please ask it here. We should be able to help you. Stay tuned here in the Discord server for all the tickers that I'm making in here. I'm spending a lot of time on here. Some of these tickers will be incorporated into Gascar, so that's pretty cool. But I'm wasting enough of y'all's time. Enjoy the ticker, enjoy the graphics or whatever. I don't know, but enjoy the program, and we will see you for the next release of Project Steelfire.